We start racing in March at the Sagebrush Safari, adventure type race.
We've got this beautiful race course way out in East County, San Diego. Ideal camping destination for the weekend.
It's gonna be a stage race, like a 2-day race.
And some of the most spectacular riding you're gonna do anywhere in California, if not the country.
Then we lead right into the summer series.
Thursday nights out on the shores of Lake Hodges.
The 8-race series, probably the best of everything.
It's a really cool community event.
People rush in, race.
We get it done and the kids are home and in bed at a decent time.
We have a little bit of break, then we go into the Filthy 50 in October.
The primary event.
That's nationally known.
Hundreds of riders taking this course to challenge themselves on a 50 or a 30-mile course.
99% dirt.
Wrap it up with a Halloween-themed expo and carnival at the race site.
Then we have the Chain Smoker. It's a little bit different than everything else we do.
In the Red Rock Canyons just outside of Las Vegas.
22-mile lap, 44-mile race, and then we go right into the Dirty 30 and E-Dirty Cross.
The Sullivan Canyon Park, and that one's a challenge.
9-mile course, it's like 1,600 feet per lap.
Not for the faint of heart. It's got a couple of really steep climbs and some really technical downhill sections.
That's our last race of the year, and we leave them with a nice uppercut.
Events like the Quick and Dirty are not common in San Diego. They used to be, but they fell off, and Victor kind of took up the mantle again.
There was a promoter at a time named Robert Herbert that started a series in San Diego called Racers and Chasers. He stepped away from the sport. At the same time, I got a call from former jet ski champion Victor Sheldon, who said he wanted to do some mountain bike races and promote racing in San Diego.
Quick and Dirty was founded in 2013, right here where we're standing. I was like, man, local mountain bike racing, it's not here, you know, like why don't we do that? Me and my friend Kurt, he was the cycling guy, and I was more of a motorsports guy at that time. I'm like, dude, let's do this mountain bike thing, you know? Okay, yeah, let's do it. And then, 6 months into it, it took, and then we're like, okay, let's make a date, let's get a Facebook page, all the little stuff. And I just kept pushing on it.
Started off really small. I remember we might have had like 2 or 3, 4 or 5 kids in the beginning, but now I think the most we've ever had is about 100. And a lot of those kids are now racing the bigger categories.
For all intents and purposes, it gave rise to mountain bike racing here in San Diego County. Victor, who had a very successful racing career on his own, he brought all that strength and knowledge to being able to put on bike races and literally grew it out of the back of his van. And whether it's digging trails and post holes and things like that out on the course, marking the course, taking it down, Victor primarily gave rise to what is now considered one of the best grassroots racing organizations anywhere in the country.
It's grown so much. Seeing all these tents lined up around the venue, getting 300, 400, 500 people here on a weekday is amazing.
He put so much time and effort, even back in the early days of it all, going out and introducing the concept to the community. So it was really through his hard work and effort of showing that we can put folks out here doing something healthy, doing something fun, family-oriented, and it's been fantastic.
That's why we do this, to have fun and to bring our family out here. Here goes the kids race right now. Look at these guys, man. Woo! Go! Woo! Miles for miles. Look at that. So, yeah, we need more of this.
So when we first started, people were like, yeah, we'll try it, And our track record has been really good because we pride ourselves in keeping the trails cleaner than we found them. And I know a lot of the parks respect that with us and see that, so they allow us to come back, which is super important. But really building that relationship with guys like Dave Heckel throughout the county has been really important.
What our main goal out in the park is protection of our resources, and those resources are everything that you see around you. With those resources also come a trail system, and that brings people out to the park. So balancing the need to protect the resources and then trying to run these events has been an adventure throughout the years. It starts off always kind of a small thing, and people like it, and it's a grassroots. more people come to it, it gets bigger. It almost kind of makes it a little tougher to do the event. So there's always a balance, making sure that everybody's on the same page so that we can cohesively do these events in a sensitive way, that we're not impacting the environment while we're doing that. It's always my overall goal to protect resources. And Victor is one of the few guys that's willing to go the extra step to take those things into consideration.
Dude's out here like 3-4 days a week, right, doing trail work, so it's a ton of work.
Without that, the racing scene, the event scene in San Diego would really not be possible.
I've been to a lot of events through my lifespan, so I've tried to, pull some little things from those races to, bring to our local community. And that's one thing that is super important to me, is to make these local racers feel like they're on a national, global level, like try to treat them the same. It gives me a big smile, and it gives a big smile for them, and it boosts their confidence. When we started Quick and Dirty, a lot of the local shops were like, yeah, we can't support you because it's not going to be successful. Why is it not going to be successful? Well, you're racing on trails that I can go ride for free. Why do I want to pay you $30 to go race there? And I go, I'll tell you why. You can go ride by yourself as much as you want. But when you have someone beside you and there's someone that says go, you're going to go way faster and you're going to go way harder and you're going to dig deeper than you ever have, because that's the competition. I enjoy riding by myself, but I love racing people. That's money in my book. Just racing,
A lot of people don't see the amount of work that actually goes into putting a series together or even one event.
So when I put on a race, I basically go about it the same way I would tackle racing myself back in the day. I prepare the same way. I train for it, I test things beforehand, make sure they work. With 15 races, it takes a small army.
The real MVPs are the people and the organizers that do all that. They put all the tents up, they put the flags out, they put the flags in the grounds, the markers. To me, those are the real MVPs. Yes, the riders come and they show out. It's the people behind the scenes that do a lot of the dirty work and the hard work that probably should be stepping up on the podiums and, getting their flowers as well.
Not only having a location with the infrastructure to handle all the people that show up to the event, but then also there's traffic control needs, different areas and rangers you have to deal with.
Every year and every race, we continue to make some form of improvement, and that can be just little things that the racers won't even be aware of. We do more trail work and cut back more brush than people know, and if the Quick and Dirty crew isn't doing it, we have rangers helping out. So when they show up at these courses, we've got things groomed to make it a better course. It's not just quick and dirty, it's a little bit more,
Personally, putting this on for local racers is the most important part. Is having local grassroots racing that's in your neighborhood. I get choked up all the time, changing people's lives. They come and they race and maybe they're not in shape at the time, and then you see them a year later and they've transformed their whole lifestyle.
I had gotten hurt early on racing moto and got way out of shape, started riding a mountain bike. Ended up hearing about the Quick and Dirty race. I'm like, oh, screw it, I can't be that bad. Came out here, absolutely got my ass handed to me. And then from there, put my head down, going, I don't want that to happen again. So moved from beginner class, now racing super sport.
Quick and Dirty's filled a huge gap in the mountain biking community as far as giving, a venue and a thing for people to race for and to train for.
So you got the click and then double click.
I hope this continues to grow. I hope more people get on bikes and pedal and have fun and enjoy the community and, the hard work and everything that comes with it.
So good to see you guys.
We have kids on Strider bikes. We have grandmas and grandpas. They're actually on their bikes riding this thing. They're doing the 30, they're doing the 50 miles. They're going out there and tearing up the trails.
That's what's so amazing about the Quick and Dirty series, is it's about the family. You see the full evolution from little kids all the way up to adults.
And we're talking kids that are on the push bikes all the way up to highly competitive athletes.
I was so nervous, but then my dad just told me I could do it.
This is the first time he races. The organizers, they're doing a great job always.
You did so awesome!
That was my first race ever. I'm showing up, and that's what matters.
I think one of the great hallmarks of Quick and Dirty is the community that we've built. We've got Basketball Hall of Famer Reggie Miller out on course right now on the Filthy 50. He's been a great partner with us over the past couple of years. He's become a phenomenal cyclist, rose through the categories, doing really well. And then we got folks that this is their first time out here. And the beauty of it is you're able to give them both a great experience. And the first timers always come back with a big smile and they say, I can't wait to do that again. I got my butt kicked today. And then you watch them, they keep coming back and they get a little better and they're moving up the ranks. And then they move up a category and you see them grow like that. That I think is one of the more satisfying elements of being involved with Quick and Dirty.
We try to make it as festive as possible so that when they are here, they'll want to keep doing the events. They want to keep racing. They want to keep hanging out. And more often than not, a lot of the 600-700 people that we have here at the Filthy 50 have done this event multiple times over the last decade or so, and they just keep coming back. And some of them have driven as far as Orange County to come down, Arizona sometimes, come on down. So the word is out.
Love Victor and his crew. They've done an amazing job over the years just fostering this positive, enthusiastic race scene to come in beautiful Lake Hodges and compete against each other on these great trails.
You just see that fun that people are having. It's those type of things that really fuel our fire to keep putting on high quality events that are fun with an easy access point and just make it open to everybody.
The reason why I keep coming back to Quick and Dirty is for the community atmosphere. I love mountain biking as a whole, but to me, it's all the racers, the families, the kids that are out here just enjoying themselves on two wheels.
I just love the thrill of going fast. I race a lot and I'm going against some of the fastest kids in the state. I don't do well, but I love it.
I want to say thank you to the people who did this because I really appreciate racing and how it's like in the wilderness.
I believe that the events, they're crucial to the community. They shed light on the resources that we have. The more people we can bring into the park and impress upon them what we have here, then people have more of a sense of place. They didn't just come out to do an event, they've struggled, they've seen all of the park. All those things, it gives you, more of an appreciation of where you're at.
In the jet ski industry, I was racing at a global level, traveling the world. So everything was about me. And so what's changed this is it's not about me, it's about them. I see someone in a Quick and Dirty t-shirt in the middle of nowhere. You're just like, whoa, wow, that's pretty cool, In the beginning, it was just to put on races and, give something to people to challenge themselves with. Our sponsors that we have had over the years, they've supported us to be able to give back to the racers, to be able to give back more to the community.
I don't think the sponsors realize what an impact they have in the lives of these kiddos. These are memories that they'll have forever.
As a venue, as a race event, Quick and Dirty will be here as part of that cornerstone. We'll always be part of that development that gets people out on trails and really helps find us the next, who knows, Olympian, the next World Cup winner. They're out there right now racing, whether they're on a Strider bike or they're 1920 tearing up Raptor Ridge, they're out there. And we're gonna help find those guys and help develop that. And meanwhile, help them feel like they're part of the family. So that way when they're in front of the TV 10, 15 years from now and go, man, I remember racing those series down in San Diego, Quick and Dirty. I couldn't have done it without them. And ultimately, that's what we're here for. We want to add value to people's lives through mountain biking.
I love mountain bikes because it's a lot of fun. You are out on the nature And you never know, that could help you to be more strong.
The first race is always a hard one, but if you keep practicing, you'll get better and better.
I love the atmosphere. I just love it.
Right now, the future is keep doing what we're doing, make new races, find new places, and keep the energy high.